Hi everyone, welcome to Toni on Real Estate Education. Today we will dive into the topic of fair housing. In real estate education, understanding fair housing is incredibly important. It's not just about following the law. It's about doing what's morally right and fair. Fair housing rules ensure that everyone, regardless of their background, is treated equally when looking for a place to live. By learning about fair housing, we're learning to create fair and just communities where everyone has an equal opportunity to find a home, regardless of their race, color, religion, sex, country of origin, disability, or familial status. Let's begin with the Civil Rights Act of 1866, which was passed shortly after the Civil War. This period in the United States is known as the Reconstruction era. The historic period in which the United States faced the challenge of integrating millions of newly freed African Americans into social, political, and labor systems. The goal was to provide citizenship and equal rights for all individuals born in the United States, regardless of race, which included the rights to own property. Regrettably, Supreme Court rulings and the Jim Crow laws derailed the progress of the Civil Rights Act and enforced racial segregation and discrimination. The Jim Crow laws, followed by the famous Supreme Court case of Plessy v. Ferguson in 1896, delayed the effort. The court said it was okay for states to have laws that separated black and white people as long as they had equal facilities. This decision allowed segregation to continue for many years until it was changed by another court case called Brown v. Board of Education in 1954, which declared segregation in public schools unconstitutional. This led to the integration of schools and the fight against racial discrimination in education. During the 1960s civil rights movement, the Federal Fair Housing Act of 1968 was created to fight against discrimination. This law aimed to stop unfair treatment faced by African Americans and other marginalized communities when trying to find homes. It was a time of big protests and activism for equal rights and justice. The Fair Housing Act was created to stop unfair treatment in housing because of a person's race, color, religion, or country of origin. It made it against the law to do things like redlining, which meant not giving loans to people because of their race or where they chose to live. Also, it made it illegal to say no to selling or renting a home to someone because of their race or color. The Fair Housing Act was a big step forward in stopping unfair treatment and segregation in housing. Its goal was to give everyone a fair chance to find a home and to break down the racism in housing markets. Despite persisting challenges, this law marked a crucial beginning in ensuring fair access to housing for all individuals. The Fair Housing Act of 1968 was later expanded in 1974 to include protections against discrimination based on sex. It was further amended in 1988 to protect individuals with disabilities and familial status. These laws emerged from the ongoing battles for civil rights and equality in the United States. They show the ongoing fight against racism and discrimination that has lasted throughout American history. Passing these laws was crucial in fighting these unfair practices, even though there was a lot of resistance and obstacles. Their passage highlights the significance of individuals expressing their views, advocating for change, and staying committed to improving society. These laws remind us that the fight for equality and fairness is ongoing, and we must keep working to protect and improve civil rights for everyone.